What is up, you guys? What is up? How are y'all doing? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you guys are having a great week. Good day, you know. Hope y'all are making some money. We are in Rocky Top, Tennessee, because apparently Rocky Top is the name of a town, not just a nickname for Knoxville, and not just a song. I didn't know that. And I'm from Tennessee. The more you know, right? Anyways, so we are about an hour away from dropping off this load. I was gonna drop it off last night. I stopped at this little truck stop in Mount Vernon, Kentucky. It's called the Mount Vernon Fuel Center. Little mom and pop truck stop. I really recommend it. They're really awesome people. Right now, fuel's only like $2.99 a gallon. They've always got pretty cheap fuel, but my truck seems to run pretty good on it. And they've got, I mean, awesome food and pretty good parking too. So not a bad little place. If you come up to it, it looks like a place that'd be closed down. Honestly, it's an old truck stop, but it's an awesome place. And I really like being there. So anyways, I was there last night and I ate and got a shower, and by the time I was like, no, I only got like an hour and a half left. I might as well just go to bed and kick it out in the morning. I'll still make it to my pickup at the same time, so it doesn't matter, right? So then we're heading from there to once I pick up my next load, heading to Mundelein, and from Mundelein picking up the same place and going to Louisville, and then we're heading home. We're gonna be home on the weekend. Enjoy the 4th of July. I got the high school reunion, got all that fun stuff. Hopefully I can get all this done tomorrow. My goal is to try to be home tomorrow night. We'll see how that happens. I don't know. That's how it's working in my head, but there's a lot of times things work in my head and don't really work out in real life, so we'll see. But anyways, y'all, so I've got two things I kind of want to go over in this video. One, like Hometime and how much money you can make, since I've had some questions on it. And two, I'm going to kind of do a review video for my truck. And this will somewhat be a review video on USA as well. So, let's get into it. So again, first thing, Hometime and pay. So people have asked, you know, when can you go home at USA? Do you have to be out any set time? You know, can you afford to go home? And someone specifically asked in one of my last videos. Oh damn, he had 2 blowouts. That fucking sucks. Someone asked in one of my last videos, can you afford to be out for 5 days and home for 2? And I knew where they were coming from, unfortunately. I told them, yes, you absolutely can. Like I said, I knew where they were coming from asking that question, because when I worked for US Express, you couldn't really afford to do that. You couldn't even do that. Like, even if you were out for weeks at a time, you couldn't even really afford to be home for a day or two. It really hurt your check. Like, you might only bring home $400 or $500 or something with US Express if you did that. With USA, that's not a problem. Here at USA, that is not a problem. On average, and I want to make this clear, the way I run my truck, and the way I pick my loads, and the way I do things, and I'm making an emphasis on that, and I'll get into that in a minute, on why. The way I do things, on average, I'm home 4 or 5 days a week. I'm out 4 or 5 days a week, home 3, maybe even 4 days. And I'd make pretty good doing that. My average is, if I'm, worst case, I average usually about $1,100-$1,200 if I do that. If I'm out, 4 or 5 days, home for 4 days. That week I took off 4 days, I might only bring home about $1,200 after all expenses. But, there's weeks where I've been out 5 days, home, 3 or 4, and I've brought home $1,600. It just depends, it depends on the loads and what loads I take, and, a few other factors, just like anything. But on average, I make pretty good doing that, and it doesn't hurt me. I'm still paying everything, and for example, this week, and I'll go ahead and put it out there, alright? Some people say I shouldn't, I'm going to go ahead and put it out there, alright? Now this time, I've been out for 10 days. That was my choice, I didn't have to. It's just between when I was leaving out and needing to be back home, and plus a few other things, I got some, trying to make some extra money, I got some goals I'm trying to reach, so I'm just trying to push out as much as I can right now. For this week, I've grown from Monday until tomorrow when I drop off this load, that or early Friday morning. When I drop off my last load in Louisville and head home, I will have grossed about $5,600 for the week. Now, Sunday, put it this way, I left out last Wednesday and I dropped off a load. It was like 12:30 in the morning on Sunday. I did not pick up my next load until 11 a.m. Monday morning, so I basically almost had a whole day off. Right? That's how I booked it, right? That's how I did it. I could have taken other loads, that's how I did it, right? So, from Monday, where I picked up my load in Frankfort, Kentucky, took it to Bolingbrook, Illinois. From Bolingbrook, I got this load heading to Midway, Tennessee. Midway, I'm deadheading like 30 miles to Morristown, Tennessee. I always get it mixed up. Morristown, Tennessee. Picking up a load going to Mundelein, Illinois. At the same place I'm dropping off at Mundelein, I'm picking up a load. So I'm just doing a drop and hook. Dropping a load and picking up a load. Heading to Louisville, Kentucky. Dropping hook, dropping empty, picking up dropping loaded, picking up an empty. And then heading home. About a 2-hour deadhead home. For this week, I will gross about $5,600 before any of my expenses, before percentages, before truck payment, insurance, fuel, even taking out my own taxes. $5,600. This load right here is the heaviest out of all of them. About, I think it's 40,000 pounds, right at 40,000. I think it's 39 and some change, almost 40,000. My next load, my Jim Beam load was 33,000 or 35,000, or the one going from Frankfurt to Bolingbrook. And then this load, my next load, is, I've picked up there before, it might be 9,000 pounds. It's usually like 8,500. And the load coming out from Mundelein is only like maybe 20,000. So after all expenses, my fixed expenses are $9.95 a week, plus fuel, percentage, because we get 65%, USA gets 35%, and even taking out my own taxes, I should bring home right at $1,600. Like I said, I'll have these dropped off tomorrow. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. 4 days. 4 days. 5,600. Not saying that you guys are going to run that. That's the way I run my truck, okay? You guys can do more. You guys can do less. I know people that do more, and I know people that do less. It depends on your area. Alright? It's going to depend on your area. And that's what I wanted to get into, what I said I'd get into later about why I'm putting an emphasis on I. The way I run my truck, the way I do things, pick my loads, all that. That's what I'm averaging some weeks. But, you know, it's not like that every week sometimes. I think the lowest I've ever averaged in a week was about 4,000. You know, it varies. You know, in Tennessee, I do pretty good. You know, if you live in Central Florida, you might not do as good. If you've never done this before, you know, you got to get that experience. You know, you might get lucky, but you know, if you've never ran a load board, you gotta learn. You know. So I can't promise you're gonna make what I make, but and do what I do, being out 5 days and home for 4. Like honestly, you know, like I said, yeah, I've been out for about 10 days. I did have that almost got in a 34 reset there, but. You know, I'll probably go home for 4 days. I'll probably get home, we'll just say I get home Friday. We'll do Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I will probably leave back out Tuesday. 5 days off. You can be out 2.5 weeks in a fucking one of the mega carriers as a company driver and you'll only get a day and a half off. Running for myself, I'm getting 5 days off. I'm taking 5 days off. I'm leaving out next Tuesday. I'm gonna have to recover from a hangover this weekend, alright? So, I hope that helps you guys on some of that. Yes, you can absolutely afford to be home for more than 2 days in USA. Like I said, if you got a truck from like SFI trucks are expensive, then you might not be able to as easy. You know, depends on your expenses. I know them SFI trucks are double what I pay for a truck. I pay $550 a week. SFI trucks are like $1,100, $1,200. They're expensive. So there's varying factors there, but. You know, it depends on your area. You might live in a hotter area. So, I hope that helps you guys. But hey, come over here, find out, see if it works out for you, you know. You know, what's it gonna hurt, right? So, you know, I made the jump. I was, you know, skeptical of it at first. I was really worried, and I'm very happy I did it, so. You guys put me down as a referral on other stuff. I think I mentioned this in my last video. If you guys put me down as a referral, make sure you're letting me know, because I do get a referral bonus, and I can also help you guys a little bit get in the door if you're maybe having a hard time getting through to somebody. You know what I mean? So if I don't know you put me down as a referral, I can't like let them know, like, hey, this guy has put in a referral, he put in a application, but he ain't heard nothing back yet. Plus, I'm wanting to do a little thing, and this is very important, and I'll make another video about this, but if you put me on as a referral, I'm wanting to give you guys a little bit of that referral bonus I get. Now, you guys too get a sign-on bonus, but I also get a referral bonus, and I want to give you guys a little bit of that referral bonus. Not much, but a little bit. You know, maybe after that first week you're here, I can give you some of it. Maybe help out. I know the first couple of weeks can be hard. You know, going between jobs or something, you know. But anyways, so enough on that. I hope I've helped you guys out. If you have any more questions on that, just let me know. Second thing, on my truck. gonna go over a little review on my truck. How do I feel about my truck? So I have a 2017 Kenworth T680. It's got the Cummins ISX15 motor. I think it's rated for like 400 horsepower, and it's got the Eaton Fuller Ultra Shift 10-speed automatic. I know, right? Auto tragic. But hey, don't do too bad, at least for me. So, the truck, I've had it almost 3 months. I have put over 21,000 miles on it. I got the truck, I had just over 428,000, and I am fixing to roll over 450,000, so almost 22,000 miles. I'm gonna go over like what issues I've had, what I like, what I dislike. So, starting off with the bad things that have happened, the problems I've had with the truck. My first problem with the truck was I was about maybe 2, maybe 3 weeks in, and I had a coolant hose bust underneath. This was a coolant hose that went to the fuel water separator to keep it warm in the wintertime. And for some reason, the engineers over at PACCAR, the people that make Peterbilt and Kenworth, decided, instead of just running it like 5 feet over to the fuel water separator, which is on the firewall, they ran it down the frame rail, across, back up the driver's side, and then to the fuel water separator. So like 20 feet of hose, right? And basically the hose, sorry, I had a scratch on my back. Anyways, so a piece of that hose that like came loose from like what was, basically was just zip ties that held it up to the whole place, and it rubbed like up against something through time, and ended up just busting the hose. So that happened. It was an easy fix. I did have to get roadside out, but it was an easy fix. They replaced the hose. Got me going, Didn't take too long. I think altogether I was stopped for like 2.5 hours. And all these things, all these repairs and issues I'm going to mention, by the way, were covered under warranty. The truck's still under warranty for like another 20 days. So, all under warranty. Didn't have to pay a dime for it. That was the first problem. The second problem I had 2 blowouts with the recaps. That's not so much truck specific as it is just the tires. I've heard a lot of people having problems with these recaps. A lot of people, have mixed reviews on recaps, mixed feelings about them. Just due to, when it's getting hot out, they start to separate and they bust, and then on the side of the road. So the first one was the driver side outer on the front axle. It busted, and it actually took out my rear fender in front of the tire. Second tire that busted was the passenger side inner on the rear axle, and it took out my mud flap. So, B&G/USA got roadside out to me. Tires were covered under warranty, didn't have to pay anything for them. As far as the fender, they fixed that fender for me. They got it replaced. And as far as the mud flaps, they would have replaced the mud flap. They would have done that for me. But it just so happened I had already ordered mud flaps to put on the truck anyways, even before the blowout. And I just put those on, told them not to worry about it. So I didn't have to get new DOT tape because mine got tore up. But they took care of that for me, so that was good. And then the only problem after that, which is the problem I'm still somewhat chasing, is a air leak I have on one of my airbags. But the problem is I'm having this, after the truck sits for a while, like overnight, I'll be out of air or almost damn near out of air, enough for my trailer cranks to release, or it pops the valve out. You get what I'm saying, right? Below 40 psi, and it takes forever for my bags to air back up. Well, I can't seem to replicate the problem, and that's because I was trying to replicate it and show them without being under a trailer with a load, and that's the only time I really had this problem. So I discovered that. I did send it into them, and we're gonna get me to a shop and get that fixed. But one of the last times I was here having them, or at a shop having them look at it, they did discover I did have a valve sticking on my air dryer, and they replaced my air dryer. So we're fixing to get that air leak fixed. But hey, it works out, right? So other than that, I've not had any problems with the truck. It's been a great running truck. It's not going through any fluids. It's not burning anything. You know, no transmission problems, thank God. I've heard a lot of people say they've had transmission problems with these specific trucks, not just at USA, but you know, all around. So fortunately, no problems so far. A couple other things. I'm trying to make this short because I know the videos I'm fixing to run out of memory on. I can only make videos certain so long, so. I don't like that, you know, they didn't have a big space for a mini fridge, but, you know, I got that taken care of myself. Other than that, I wish it was a 10-speed. I wish it was a manual, but, hey, other than that, I'm not complaining. I like the radio in it. It sounds pretty good. The tri-pack's been great. And overall, mechanically, I've not had any problems with the truck. It's been an awesome truck. So, hopefully it continues, and it lasts me, you know? So that's just a little review on that. I'm going to go ahead and cut her out because I know she's getting long. I appreciate you guys watching. I appreciate you guys. You put me down as a referral. Like I said, let me know if you do so I can help you out. And, you know, if you would, like, share, subscribe. If you have any questions on the truck, on any of the equipment at USA, I think they have pretty good equipment compared to where I've been before. And, or Hometime, things like that, just let me know. I appreciate you guys watching. I hope you guys have a great day, and I will catch y'all next time. Peace out, you guys.